The Four Pillars of Investing. Lessons for Building a Winning Portfolio by William J. Bernstein. This is a book summary. Imagine this. You're standing at the gates of Wall Street. On your left, a slick broker shouts into 3 phones at once. On your right, someone sipping champagne because they just hit it big. All around you, screens flash red and green, headlines explode. Fortunes rise and fall with the tick of a number. It's chaos. It's electrifying. It's terrifying. And in the middle of it all, you're holding your wallet and wondering, how do I play this game without getting burned? Welcome back to the channel where we turn complex money talk into real, relatable strategies you can actually use. Today, we're unpacking a game-changing book that pulls back the curtain on how investing really works. It's called The Four Pillars of Investing by William J. Bernstein. And trust me, this isn't just another save more, spend less finance manual. No, this book is different. Bernstein, who's not just a finance expert, but also a neuroscientist turned portfolio theorist, does something brilliant. He takes the raw, intimidating world of finance and breaks it down into 4 timeless truths, pillars, if you will, that have held up wealth for generations. He tells it like it is. No hype, no get-rich-quick nonsense. Just cold, hard wisdom forged from history, psychology, math, and Wall Street's darker corners. So if you've ever felt overwhelmed by investing, or burned by chasing hot stocks, or just want to build wealth the smart way, this episode is your blueprint. Stick around because we're about to dive into these 4 pillars with real stories, epic fails, timeless lessons, and some surprisingly hilarious truths that'll change how you think about money forever. Scene 1. The 4 Pillars. Picture an ancient temple, once mighty, now cracked from storms of greed, panic, and misinformation. Its roof collapsed from the weight of bad advice and poor decisions. But then, stone by stone, it's rebuilt, not with luck, not with hype, but with 4 unshakable pillars. In The 4 Pillars of Investing, William Bernstein lays out these essential truths that every investor, no matter their experience, must master to build lasting financial stability. Pillar 1, the theory of investing. Understand the math, the probabilities, and why risk is the price of admission to wealth. Pillar 2, the history of markets. Learn from centuries of manias, crashes, and booms. Because the market may change its face, but human nature, that stays the same. Pillar 3, the psychology of investing. We are not rational creatures. Our emotions sabotage us more than any market downturn ever could. Master your mind, and you master your money. Pillar 4, the business of investing. Spoiler alert, Wall Street is not your friend. Brokers and fund managers, they're often salespeople in disguise. Know the game and play it better. Each pillar isn't just a lesson, it's a battle-tested weapon forged from real data, painful truths, and decades of economic history. And together, they build the only fortress that can weather any financial storm. So, ready to step inside the temple and see how these pillars can change your life? Picture this, a smoky saloon in the Wild West. A gambler with a whiskey in one hand, dice in the other, making wild bets. That was investing for most of history. Gut instinct, rumors, speculation, no strategy, just luck and adrenaline. But then, the game changed. Enter modern portfolio theory, a revolution in the way we understand money, risk, and return. And Bernstein, he's the guy who breaks it down for the rest of us, without needing a PhD in economics. He explains the core truth. Risk and return are a package deal. Want higher returns? You better be ready for volatility. Stomach-churning losses. Nights where you question everything. The problem? Most people just see the upside. They chase explosive gains like moths to a flame, forgetting that the hotter the return, the closer they dance to getting burned. Bernstein tells it straight. The market is smarter than you. It's not just you versus other investors, it's you versus algorithms, billion-dollar hedge funds, and decades of collective wisdom. Trying to time the market, trying to pick that one magic stock, That's like walking into a Vegas casino thinking you've hacked the roulette wheel. Spoiler, the house always wins. But here's the twist. There is a way to win over time. Not with luck, but with discipline. With diversification. With a portfolio built on boring, proven principles that actually work. Because in Bernstein's words, a perfect portfolio isn't flashy. It's balanced, it's boring, and it works. 1929, 2000, 2008. Bernstein dives deep into history, not just recent memory, but way back. To the Dutch tulip mania in the 1600s, where people sold homes to buy flowers. To the South Sea bubble, where an entire nation got swept up in promises of riches. To 1929, when fortunes evaporated overnight. To the dot-com era, where clicks were more valuable than profits. And to the housing bubble, where everyone believed home prices only went up until they didn't. What do all these have in common? One thing, irrational exuberance. As Bernstein shows, when the crowd is euphoric, when people say this time it's different, that's when danger is closest. The market is driven not just by numbers, but by narratives, by stories we tell ourselves about value, innovation, and destiny. But if you know burst, you don't fall for every new story. Because here's the thing Bernstein drills home. Financial history doesn't repeat itself perfectly, but it rhymes. The names change, the assets change, but the behavior, that's always the same. So when you hear everyone shouting, buy now, that's your cue to pause, take a breath, and ask, am I walking into another bubble? Let me ask you something. Have you ever sold a stock because it dropped and then watched it shoot back up the next week? Or bought something just because everyone else was talking about it? That's psychology. And according to Bernstein, it's the most dangerous enemy you face in investing. It's not inflation. It's not market crashes. It's you. Our brains crave certainty. We overestimate our knowledge. We panic at losses and get greedy with gains. Bernstein points to behavioral finance research that proves this again and again. We're overconfident. We chase trends and ignore fundamentals. We check our portfolios too often and react emotionally. We trade too much, trying to beat the market, when we do better by just sitting still. He tells us, your lizard brain is a terrible financial advisor. And the fix? It's not easy, but it's simple. Build a plan, automate good decisions, stay diversified, and maybe most importantly, stop watching the market like it's a thriller. Investing is not supposed to be exciting, it's supposed to be effective. Because in the end, as Bernstein says, boring is beautiful. The investor who masters their mind wins the game, not the one who gets lucky once. In the 4 pillars of investing, Bernstein rips the mask off Wall Street, and what he reveals is eye-opening. The financial industry isn't built to help you win. It's built to make money off you in the form of hidden fees, transaction costs, high expense ratios, and slick marketing that makes underperformance look like brilliance. Bernstein doesn't mince words. He tells us the vast majority of financial professionals are salespeople, not fiduciaries. And unlike doctors or lawyers, most brokers aren't legally obligated to act in your best interest. Think about that. A doctor can't prescribe a more expensive pill just because they earn more commission on it. But a broker, he can steer you into a fund that bleeds 2% annually from your savings and still sleep just fine at night. So how do you protect yourself? You do what Bernstein recommends. Take control of your portfolio. Use low-cost index funds. Avoid chasing star managers or hot funds. Understand that every dollar you don't pay in fees is a dollar that stays in your pocket. The truth? You don't need to beat the market. You just need to stop letting Wall Street beat you. As Bernstein puts it, you are in a life and death struggle with the financial services industry. If you act on the assumption that every broker, insurance salesman, and financial advisor you encounter is a hardened criminal, you will do just fine. It's harsh, it's blunt, and it's exactly the kind of honesty we need. So what's the end game here? It's not about finding the next Tesla or dodging the next crash. It's not about winning fast, it's about winning forever. Because the real prize, it's not just having more money, it's peace of mind, it's freedom, It's knowing that when the next bubble bursts or the market drops 30%, you stay calm because you've built something unshakable. And Bernstein gives us the blueprint. Save consistently. Pay yourself first. Every paycheck, no matter how small. Wealth isn't built in windfalls. It's built in habits. Diversify smartly. Don't bet everything on one stock, one sector, or one story. Mix it up. Spread the risk. And remember, the perfect portfolio isn't the one with the highest return. It's the one you can stick with. So, want to invest like the smartest people in the world? Start here with the 4 Pillars of Investing by William Bernstein. Because investing isn't just about numbers and charts, it's about human behavior, history's lessons, strategic thinking, and yes, protecting yourself from the wolves in suits. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and drop a comment below. What's your biggest investing challenge right now? Let's talk about it. Because we're in this together. Until next time, invest wisely. And remember, the most powerful thing you can build is a plan you believe in.